Ciao everyone, I'm Stefania and today we're gonna watch our back. Like me, many of you are at home, maybe home working on the computer, maybe just chilling on the sofa, and this is pretty much what is happening a lot of hours on our back. So it doesn't come with surprise that we start having back problem, shoulders pain and things like that. So this is a short sequence to get a bit of juice into our back, coming back to mobility, maybe loosen up a bit of pain in our back. It's gonna be a kind of slow pace vinyasa, so we are gonna flow in and out with this nice yoga sequence. Let's begin. We start standing in Tadasana, feet hips and apart. We start mobilizing the cervical spine, chin toward your chest, keep the spine in a neutral position without overarching or over rounding. Maybe opening slightly the jawbone, so we release a bit of tension in the throat and the muscles of the face. Then slowly come up with your chin, look all the way up toward the ceiling. Maybe check in with your neck, with your spine. How is it going today, right now? And let's continue this movement, slow movement, chin toward your chest, and then chin coming toward the center and all the way up toward the ceiling. Let's do one more time. Slow movement, coming back toward the center. Let's look all the way toward the right shoulder. Stay here. Check in with the side of the neck, in this case the left. See if there are tensions, maybe you feel comfort or discomfort. Come back toward the center. Let's go on the other side. Avoid to twist the torso, so we are really trying to turn just the neck. Let's come back toward the center, this time right here toward your right shoulder. With your right hand, grab the opposite shoulder and let's start just massaging circular movements, nothing fancy here. And checking how the shoulder is doing. Maybe you feel a bit of tension, maybe there is even a bit of pain, or maybe everything is smooth and nice. Release the hand, come back toward the center. Pause for a moment, just checking the difference between one side and the other. And then let's go on the other side, left ear toward the left shoulder. With your left hand, grab the opposite shoulder and again, gentle massage here. Release the hand, come back toward the center with your neck. Let's do some circle, maybe small, tiny circles, maybe huge circle, engaging the whole range of motion in the cervical spine. Reverse the direction of your circles now. And slowly come back toward the center. The next inhalation, take your hands over your head, place your hands together and let's move the hands toward the right, side flexion toward your right. As you inhale, come back toward the center, exhale inside flexion toward your left. One more time, inhaling back to center, exhaling toward the right. Inhaling back to center, exhaling toward the left. Come back toward the center, release your hands and we start gently twisting right and left. Allow your hands to be empty and flow right and left. If you become dizzy, just look down on the floor in front of you. Check in with the shoulders and the arms. How is it going right now? Next time, let's twist even more, reaching behind you somewhere in the corner on the ceiling. And release, and let's go on the other side, so twisting even more, spiraling here, reaching toward the opposite corner on the ceiling, and then releasing. Coming back toward the center, place your hands on your lower back, fingers facing down. And this time I'm gonna check with the lower back and the hips, small circles in here. Please notice when you move your hips forward, you're doing a sort of back bend. When your buttocks is shining back, you're doing a forward fold. So always making sure to meet your own energy level and how you feel on this specific day. Reverse the direction. Also noticing maybe the circles in one direction comes smooth and easy, other side not so much. And then slow down and eventually come to stop. With the next inhalation, tuck your thumbs and reaching all the way up and back. As you exhale, move all the way forward, pass your hands over your head. If you can interlace your thumbs once again, do so. You work a bit with the shoulders mobility. If it's too much, keep your hands distantiated. Keep the gaze down toward your toes or in between your legs. And then release your hands, bend the knees, sweeping your arms all the way up. Interlace the thumbs once again, reaching up and back. Exhaling, come forward. And once again, maybe just hands pressing behind you, or maybe interlace the thumbs together. Release the thumbs, bend the knees, and let's start this time just swinging the arms back and forward. Allow the knees to be bending so that you can bounce in here. Slow or fast pace, you decide. If you want a bit of cardio here. Eventually arriving into stillness in this variation of chair pose. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, open toward your right, almost like you want to serve something to someone behind you. Twist with your torso. Allow the knees to be on a separate level, but don't twist with your hips. We want to work a bit more with the spine. Let's come back toward the center, arms reaching up. As you exhale, twist toward your left or the side. Allow the neck to meet the movement, so you look also toward the left hand. And then come back toward the center, release your hands toward the floor. And then with the next inhalation, roll up vertebra by vertebra. The head is the last thing coming up. Taking your time in this transition. Once you find yourself once again in Tadasana, inhaling, reaching up with your arms. As you exhale, move forward 90 degrees with the floor. Look down on the floor, hands parallel to each other. If this is too much on your spine, we are trying to strengthen in a bit the muscles, but if there is any pain, please bend the knees and allow your spine to round a bit. But continue to engage the muscles in the shoulders, hands up. One more breath here. Exhaling, releasing down. Bend the knees as you need. Grab the big toes with the index and middle fingers. We stay here, maybe trying to extend slightly more the legs. Keep the gaze in between the legs. If you feel like you're falling forward, then keep the gaze on the floor, just in front of your toes. Release your feet, grab the opposite elbow, gently swinging side to side. Release the hands toward the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, bend the elbows. Let's start waving the dog. Eventually arriving into stillness in Adho Mukha Svanasana, gaze toward your legs, extend your spine. You can bend the knees as you need. Heels may touch the floor, maybe not. With the next inhalation, step, walk or jump your feet in between your hands. Exhaling, releasing in a forward fold. Bend the knees, inhaling chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands reaching up, arms parallel to each other. Exhaling, twisting toward your right. Maybe left elbow outside your right knee. If this is too intense, stay higher up. So you also squat more, you work less with your legs. You're still doing the twist. Stay here or maybe open with your arms. So right hand toward the ceiling, left hand toward the floor. If you are in the full expression of the chair pose, this is how it looks. If you lose the balance, just look down. Close your arms, inhaling back toward the center, regular chair. Exhale, release all the way down, forward fold. Inhaling back to chair. Exhale, twist toward your left. Again, choosing the variation of your chair. Maybe working less, staying higher up, maybe hands together instead of opening the arms. Inhaling, coming back toward the center. Exhale, release down, forward fold. Bend your knees, come to sit. Let's lie down completely on the floor. Maybe engage your muscles, your core muscles here to go all the way down on the floor. If there is back pain, use your hands or maybe curl toward one side and then come to sit. Place your hands on the floor. The next inhalation, we move up with our buttocks, lifting the lower back, middle back, upper back. Setu Bandha bridge position. Let's move with the breath. Exhaling, releasing everything down. Inhaling, coming up, one vertebra at a time. Exhaling, releasing down. If you feel, let's add the arms. As you inhale, reach up also with your arms. The hands are passing your head, maybe touching the floor behind you. Exhaling, we release the spine, the arms and the hands on the floor. Let's continue in this way. 2 more breaths. Make sure that your knees are staying in position. So we engage the inner thighs muscles. If you don't do so, the knees are probably gonna open and falling toward the sides. Happy baby, bend your knees, feet toward the ceiling. Grab the inside of your knees, or maybe the outside of your ankles or the outside of your feet. This is also a hip opener. You can stay here in stillness, or maybe rock gently side to side. Make sure that all the spine is on the floor, so you're not lifting up too much your buttocks. And then release, come back toward the center, place your hands underneath your knees. Let's rock back and forward a couple of times. If this is too much, just curl to one side and press up, coming to sit. We are now sitting in Baddha Konasana, so feet together, knees opening toward the side. Maybe your knees are all the way up, maybe they are completely on the floor. Doesn't matter, we work with our spine. Hands on our feet. First variation, extending your spine as you can, nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, moving forward, straight spine. Don't round yet, maybe a few millimeters, doesn't matter. One more breath here. As you exhale, allow your spine to round. If you feel, you can move your feet forward, so far away from your pubic bone. You work maybe a bit less with the hip opening. You might be able to round your spine more though. And then slowly release, come back up toward the center. Keep your feet as they are. If it's too much, just cross-legged position. Inhaling, arms reaching up. Exhaling, twisting toward your right, left hand on your right knee. Inhaling, coming back toward the center. Exhaling, counter twisting toward the left. Make sure your spine is nice and tall. Inhaling toward the center. Exhaling, twisting toward the right. So don't round, don't sink back. Inhaling back toward the center. Exhaling, twisting toward your left. Inhale back toward the center, stay here. Exhaling, interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, move forward. Allow your hands to come up. And then slowly release the hands on the floor, come up with your head. Extend your legs in front of you. One more thing, one more twist. Right knee toward your chest. Right hand on the floor behind you. Inhaling, left arm reaching up. Exhaling, twisting toward your right. Again, don't sink back. Don't round the spine. Do your best. If this is too much, just grab a hold onto your right knee. Left leg is engaged. Gaze toward the right shoulder, the back shoulder. Slowly back toward the center, counter twist, just once toward the left. And back toward the center. Release the right knee on the floor, right hand on the floor behind you. Inhaling, pick it up. Exhaling, releasing. Janu Shirshasana, forward fold toward your left foot. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, release your right leg. Other side, left knee toward your torso, left hand on the floor. Inhaling, right arm reaching up. Exhaling, twisting toward your left. Again, maybe option just to grab your left leg. Keep the spine nice and tall. Gaze toward the back shoulder, right leg engaged. One more breath. Slowly release, come back toward the center, counter twist just once. Back toward the center, release the left knee on the floor. Left hand on the floor behind you, pick it up. Kind of wild thing. And then release down, preparing for Janu Shirshasana, forward fold toward your right foot. Keep the gaze toward your right leg, toward the floor. And then slowly release, come back up. Choose your variation to transition lying down, maybe just curling toward one side, maybe engaging your core muscles once again, slowly releasing your back on the floor. Hands on the floor, extend your legs toward the ceiling. Let's have a nice shaking here, shaky, shaky. 3 long breaths, exhaling through the mouth. Now maybe just stay here. If you like, you can place your legs on a wall so you have a nice inversion effect. If you like, maybe halasana, feet on the floor over your head, maybe supporting your spine. It's okay if the feet are not touching the floor. You can bend the knees as you need. If you are in halasana plow pose, slowly release, buttocks on the ground. If you are with the legs on the wall and you would like to stay there for the final relaxation, please stay there. Otherwise, bend the knees, bring your knees toward your chest, give yourself a nice hug. Moment of gratitude toward the body and what it can do for us. And then slowly curl toward one side, coming all the way up to sit. Close your eyes just for a moment or keep a soft gaze on the floor in front of you. Place both hands on your heart center. Getting clear in where are you going next. Take a couple of deep breaths more. Join your palms together. And let's bow in front of ourselves. Thank you for practicing. Thank you for taking care of yourself. Namaste. Ciao.